little swirl down. It didn't work as well as I had hoped. I thought I would just spin in circles really fast, like a fidget spinner. But I didn't. Alrighty, welcome back to Weenie Trades. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my best Friday day trading of the year. My best day trading performance on a Friday. I usually have more expense trades on Friday and perform better Monday through Thursday, so it was a pretty good day, to say the least. In this video, I'm going to be going over SPCE and its technical analysis. I'm going to be giving a trading recap, and I'm going to be giving one stock to potentially swing trade for beginners, so stay tuned to the end of the video. SPCE had an amazing day. It was up 38.8% on the day and is now at 55.91. This is absolutely insane, and it was a really good performance by the bulls. So SPCE, this is what's called a shock gap. Do you see this big gap over here? That's because the price on Thursday was a lot less than what it opened at today. So it creates that big gap. We're pushing into resistance. And the reason this is called a shock gap is because any short seller that had their stop loss at this prior support level, see how it was kind of support, it bounced, it was support, then we broke it. The short sellers, that was kind of their last stand. So this is a strong resistance. If we gap over that resistance right over here, then those short sellers have to buy to cover. All of their stop losses just got hit, and it brings in new buyers because there's a lot of, people looking to make a quick buck on this. So a really strong move on the daily time frame. If we zoom in just a bit, if we go to like something like the 1 minute fast time frame, SPCE, it wasn't really on my radar because it first did the rip, then the dip, but then we started to do this nice little bull wedge pattern. Do you see that? We're making lower highs and lower lows, but the lower lows aren't getting much follow through. Eventually we start to break out and we started to go sideways. Then we really started to, once we started to pull back and hold this as support, I went ahead and went long SPCE, and I'm buying right here. I'm buying like 400 shares, decent size, but my stop loss is only 40 cents away, about 47.69. So risking 40 cents, and I said I was targeting up at the 51 area. So risking 40 cents to make about $3 because I'm buying at 48. So we're going long because of the shock gap and the squeezes in play. I wasn't afraid to go long or short. I'm thankful I happened to be going long. So long at 48. And I just went ahead and took my profits right at about 51, right up here. So taking my profits right up here. And here we go. That's over 6-1 on your money just off that little trade over here. So SPCE, really good revenue trade. In terms of the swing trading, we actually started the day down over $400 because Google had gapped down. And Biogen was a little bit annoying. And we also had Microsoft that also stopped us out. So we were starting the day minus $400. But after day trading today, I was able to close the day up $450. So it was a nice good $850, swing day on day trading. Moving forward on SPCE, well, where's it going? Well, there's this pretty strong resistance if we look at the daily time frame, right at about 59 up to 62. So watch out for that area to be some resistance. I bet some short sellers are going to take a stand and probably sell up there in this little zone and then put their stop losses above that prior all-time high for SPCE. Downside, SPCE has tons of space to put in a higher low, but look for it to find some support right at about that 51 area, 51/51.25, maybe just above that level. If not, look for a quick spike of 50 and then a small little bounce, and then we'll see if that bounce can get more follow through. Or SPCE, just be careful. It is a little bit overbought. It has already popped the bull flag, so it either needs to go sideways or pull back. If you start to chase it up here, you're asking for a little bit of trouble. So be sure to build those good habits. NA had a really good trading day today, and because of the daily time frame, we're in a nice good uptrend, higher highs and higher lows, and we're approaching all-time highs. I like MRNA for the long today. So MRNA, we had a nice good beautiful pattern right here. We moved up, we went sideways, and as we started to break out, I would go ahead and buy MRNA just over 224. And I said I was targeting about the 225 and 226 area. Boom, got the 225. And then we pulled back. And this time I actually sold put credit spreads. So selling premium, I'm selling options. And what that does is I'm able to collect the premium. So as you can see, I was selling the 222.5 strike puts. And as long as mRNA stays above 222.50, I get to collect the full premium of whatever this is saying. And thank goodness I took profits early on this, because that would have actually expired in the money. But nevertheless, I'm collecting money as mRNA goes sideways, or I collect money faster if mRNA goes higher. So that's what's really cool about the put credit spreads, combining options with shares. So we're making money both sides on the coin on mRNA, looking for mRNA to potentially still be bullish. We're hanging out near the highs, looking for mRNA to go long over 226 next week. I'm really proud of myself on my Biogen trade today. On the daily time frame, Biogen was gapping down and we were starting to move lower, and we were pretty bearish on the day. And in the morning, I thought there was just going to be a straight flush. So I was swing trading it short from yesterday all the way from 350. So short from 350, we got a nice move lower, but I had to stop out of that swing short because we started to move a little bit higher. So, you know, we pulled down, and as we started to pull down, I was going short in the hole, but that's okay. I just went ahead and quickly took out my stop loss, and that sucks. But once we started to make this little uptrend right here, do you see it? This is a nice, good higher low trend. Well, right here, once we started to break down, that's when I went short Biogen again by selling calls. So selling bear call credit spreads. And I always defined risk, of course, and I just want Biogen to stay beneath 355. So beneath 355, that is the strike call that I'm selling. So I make money as Biogen goes sideways or lower. I make money faster if it goes lower. So interesting trade on Biogen. First the stop out, but then making money on the second go around. One stock that I'm going to be watching out for next week that is also a great stock for beginners is Starbucks. The reason I say it's good for beginners is because Starbucks moves very slowly. It moves about like $1 a day. And I've never really heard anybody blowing their account trading Starbucks. You hear tons of people blowing their accounts on meme stocks and other penny stocks. But Starbucks, a nice, good, slow mover. And we're starting to curl just a little bit upwards. So we're making higher highs and higher lows. So we've got an uptrend. We're still holding a higher low. This could be something like a cup and handle formation. And then we break out. Again, the formation is not as important as the price action, but this is bullish. Starbucks always loaded, and it's always a long line. I'd be very surprised if Starbucks, not that what happens day to day exactly translates onto the chart, but it can be a fundamental factor to hold with this bullish technical setup. So, lastly, just stay tuned for the vlog of my holiday. If you're an editor, comment below. I'm interested in hiring an editor because there's a lot of good footage, and I don't want to. If I do it myself, it may not be as good as somebody who's it's in their realm. So be sure to comment or join Discord, and be sure to direct message me. Alrighty, be sure to hit like and subscribe and share. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Go.
These are meant to be climbed, right? Because you can do a little swirl down. It didn't work as well as I had hoped. I thought I would just spin in circles really fast, like a fidget spinner. But I didn't.